Hi folks, welcome again to the channel. Juan here from Physical Media EU. Today we have a very special review, in this case Arrow's release for the Conan Chronicles. Hello again and thanks for tuning in for another review. As I was saying, today we're going to take a look at the Conan Chronicles released by Arrow Video, which is a combo of Conan the Barbarian and Conan the Destroyer. But before we start, I would like to invite you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you're interested in physical media, especially Blu-ray reviews. Besides that, you can also find me on Instagram, which has the same handle, Physical Media EU, for detailed photos of this review and also previous ones. Now yes, we can begin by taking a look at this very beautiful release, and massive also. Look at the spine of it, and see here how in the front it has these sectorized shiny areas. You can see on Conan there on the cover how it is. Now on the back it has this J card. If you want to pause the video to take a look at it, now is a good time, and also you can check it out on Instagram. But yeah, see, if we remove this, then there's nothing on the back, and here again is the clean cover. Now in my case, this corner you can see there is a little damaged, and if you know how to fix these kind of things, let me know. I have no clue how to do it, and I have a couple of releases that have corners like this. It's not too nice, but I also can't find can't figure out any good way to fix it. Now moving on to the contents of the case, we find both 4Ks, Destroyer and Barbarian. We'll take a look at them more in detail now in a second. And also there are two posters and a booklet, which is massive. See how big it is. Here is the back. Yeah, more precisely, it has 118 pages and it has a crazy amount of content. So here is the table of contents. Naturally, as is usual in Arrow Video releases, the content is written in English. And you can see there's a lot of material here, including these side-to-side photos. And here also there is some text about the restoration. So let's take a quick look at that one. But it says Conan the Barbarian has been exclusively restored by Arrow Films. The film is presented in its original 2:35:1 aspect ratio with restored original mono-natural audio, mono-aerial audio, and new Dolby Atmos surround mix. The three versions of the film has been restored in a 120-minute theatrical cut as originally released in US cinemas, the 129 international cut, which is largely identical except for additional material featuring the characters of prisoners Yasumina, as well as an alternate text scroll with accompanying voiceover on the end, and finally a 130 extended cut version, which is the same as the international cut except for an additional scene between Conan and Subotai. The film was restored and regraded in 4K HDR, HDR10 and Dolby Vision. And all these features are the same for Conan the Destroyer, with the exception that Conan the Destroyer doesn't have three cuts like Conan the Barbarian. Now let's take a look at the posters, beginning with this one from Conan the Barbarian, featuring the original artwork here. And on the side, this is just a photo of Conan. And for Conan the Destroyer, this is the poster, which obviously features a more prominent photo of Arnold Schwarzenegger, and on this side also, just like the other one, a photo of Arnold as Conan. Now moving on to the movies, let's take a quick look to Conan the Barbarian, which I have reviewed in the past. If you are familiar with the channel, you might have watched that one already from the standalone release of this movie from Arrow. So if you're interested in the full review of that one, I leave the link up here in the corner. But in this version, you can see here the movie says that it's not for sale individually, but all the rest is the same. If we open up, here is the 4K disc, and here there's the Blu-ray with more than 6 hours of bonus features. And I imagine that there are two discs here, not only because the movie has three cuts in the 4K disc, but also because there's so much additional content that they needed the additional storage of a second disc. Now there are also a bunch of art cards, which all of them have this background, and let's take a look at them very quick here. As I said on the full review, I find a little curious this kind of like format, right? Which has like you see like the picture is just a part of the card, and then all of them had this kind of like side image and some text down here. It just, I don't know, it feels to me that the quality they have these photos on was not so good that they couldn't print them bigger than this. I don't know, it's just a little strange choice, I think. And now moving on to the second one, front and back. Now if we open this one up, you can see this one in this case has only one disc, which is the 4K that includes the movie and also the bonus features. Now this one also includes a set of art cards, but before we look at those, let me remind you that the Blu-ray in Conan the Barbarian is region A locked, and this title was not released by Arrow in Europe, so you can only get it from the US. Keep that in mind, that all the bonus features that are on the Blu-ray are region A. You're not going to be able to play those in a European player unless you have a multi-region one. And of course, this is a problem that doesn't happen with Conan the Destroyer, because being only a 4K disc, it is multi-region, you don't have any problems there. Now with that said, let's take a look at the art cards of Conan the Destroyer. So all of them have that back. Now the art cards also have this weird format. I don't know what was the decision, or what was the reason for that. But yeah, of course, very nice that these are included as well. And lastly, I'm sure you want to know how would these movies look. Unlikely, both of them look amazing. They scanned the original 35mm film from the movies with very good results on both cases, but as I mentioned in my full review of Conan the Destroyer, there were a couple of scenes where maybe the picture was not as good as in the rest of the movie, and that is an issue they didn't have for Conan the Destroyer. So overall, both movies look great, but Conan the Destroyer might look a little better because they didn't have issues with those specific scenes. And regarding bonus features, both movies are packed completely with bonus features, but especially the first one that has that extra disc, including one with Arnold Schwarzenegger and the director John Milius, which by the way is very funny, makes it in my opinion the most definitive release if you are a big fan of Conan. The only bad thing though is that this release, and also the individual releases of the movies in their special versions, they have been sold out for a while. Those are not coming back, so if you want them, you don't have much more choice than to go to eBay or some other reseller, and the price will probably be high. On the other hand, if you're only interested in the movies, both movies are sold separately in standard releases, but of course the content of the disc is still the same. And that's it for the review. If you liked it, please consider subscribing to the channel, and remember also to check on Instagram for detailed photos of this release, and you're also welcome to follow there as well. And lastly, I would love to hear in the comments if you have watched these movies, what did you think of them, and if, like most people, you think that Conan the Barbarian is better than Conan the Destroyer. Thank you so much for watching, and see you all at Okie Dogs.